South Sudan, located in Mid-East Africa, is home to 12.5 million people, 45% of whom are under 14 years of age. Numerous cultural groups, differentiated by unique tribal scarification, include the Dinka and Nuer tribes. The Nuer tribe is the second largest ethnic group in South Sudan and traditionally organizes their autonomous society without formal political leadership.
South Sudan, a former British colony, was until recently the southernmost region of Sudan. In 1956, South Sudanese people were falsely promised equal right to political participation, and the resulting conflict with the North ended in 2005 with the Comprehensive Peace Agreement, which allowed the South region 6 years of autonomy, followed by independence on July 9, 2011. In 2013, political war began between the South Sudanese President Salva Kiir Mayardit from the Dinka tribe and his Vice President Riek Machar of the Nuer tribe. President Kiir accused Machar of attempting a coup. Civil war broke out between the government-run Sudan's People's Liberation Movement and the SPLM in opposition, led by Machar. A peace agreement proposing a unified transitional government was signed in 2015, but delayed implementation has allowed the conflict to continue to date.
Though South Sudan has the highest gross domestic product and gross national income per capita in East Africa, more than half of the population lives in poverty. 95% of South Sudan's revenue once came from oil, but in 2012, the government halted oil production due to discord with Sudan. Falling oil prices and interrupted production from rebel occupation reduced oil production by 75%. Military expenditures receive 85% of this meager revenue, and inflation has skyrocketed more than 700%. International economic interests in South Sudan largely involve neighboring countries. A huge number of Ugandans work in or trade with South Sudan, but many locals have fled to refugee camps. Ugandan and Kenyan banks have partnered with opposing sides and support ongoing conflict.
Healthcare conditions are disastrous and equally affect all cultural groups since medical funds are largely diverted to defense. Most of the sparse healthcare funds go to emergency programs to assist traumatized refugees, the war-wounded, and the malnourished, but danger hinders access. South Sudanese health facilities have either been destroyed in targeted attacks or operate at minimal capacity, while health professionals have fled due to fear or pay interruption. Non-government organizations provide limited aid, but some have withdrawn personnel and programs due to danger and violence.
One of the most critical health issues facing all South Sudanese people is child mortality, which is particularly high in South Sudan. 135 in 1,000 children under the age of 5 die. There is a critical lack of vaccinations against many preventable diseases. 1.1 million children are acutely malnourished. Undernourished mothers may be unable to breastfeed and lack access to formula in refugee camps. Children are involved in conflict, as many young boys, having been promised safety and rewards, are drafted into fighting forces instead of attending the few schools that remain operational. Many children are orphaned or separated from family, some having seen their loved ones brutalized and executed, leading to numerous children assuming the roles of caregivers for younger siblings. Children are traumatized by the constant violence, sexual abuse and rape, torture and peril, conditions seen both outside and inside refugee camps. Children cope and self-regulate unsuccessfully with alcohol and self-destructive behaviors, creating a future of children with massive developmental impairments. Internationally available reports do not accurately reflect the dire circumstances and ethnic cleansing in progress due to censored information from controlled media. False claims declare that the 2015 peace agreement is effective and that conflict is purely due to warring tribes. This misinformation is a guise under which political opponents garner support and power. Striving for improved health is difficult due to the lack of commitment involved parties to reach a peace agreement. The international community needs to be informed of the critical situation in South Sudan and act strategically to restore peace. If international involvement without any agenda of financial or capital gain can occur, then there is hope that South Sudan could find stability. However, without international intervention, this conflict has no visible end, and the future of this country, the children, will collect ever more scars, propagating the trauma for generations to come.